Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see one of the theme component, media list. So in the previous video, we are just seeing another theme component, that is content row. The same way we are going to explore how to use this media list, what is media list, those kind of things in this video. If you are not subscribed to our channel Technical Solution, please subscribe to it and please continue watching. So let us begin. First we will just create one region. Next we will just convert that region to the media list. So before that, I'm going to create a region. I'm going to name it as media list. Under this type, we need to select the type as media list. So it will be under the theme components. So once this media list is selected, then it will ask for the source of the region. There is different types of source, that is a local database, REST enable, those kind of different things will be available. We are going to see local database. Under the type, there will be three sections or four two sections like table or view, SQL query, those kind of things. Currently, we are going to use table or view. Next parsing schema is default. Then table name, I'm going to use default table name, that is EMP. So once this is selected, next one of the important thing is we need to mention the title of that region. That is a mandatory one. If you are not given that and if you try to save, then you will get this error. So for that, you just click on this attribute section. Below that, you will see title. This is a mandatory field. You need to mention the title. So currently, we are going to give title as ename, that is employee name. Then you can able to save this and run the page. Now you can see I'm getting the employee name, all the employee name available, and this is the name of the employee. This is different rows. Next we are going to see other properties. Here you can see under the settings, description. So description will render below the title. So description I'm going to give as like a job. So job is a description. I'm going to save this and run this page. Here you can see the first is title. Next below to that, it is rendered as description. The title will be a bold text and this will be like a lighter one. So we are going to explore this one by one property and we are going to check how it's rendering. So one by one we will be checking the properties. Next property is avatar. So avatar is nothing but we can just showcase our images, icon or initials within that. So and if you enable this, then only this avatar region will be visible. That is enabled. So next in the avatar, if you enable the checkbox, here one new section will be enabled, avatar. Under that you will be seeing the type. There will be three different types. One is icon, initial and the image. First, we will see the icon. So icon, you can mention your icon class is here. So currently by default, it will be FA user, that is user icon. We are going to save and run this page. Here you can see we are getting this user icon and this different color is coming. This is because of the theme property. We will see that later. So this is the icon. You can also mention your own icon here and description if you want. And the shape is like a circular, rounded, rectangular. So it will be that the border will be like circular. If you just refresh this, you will see this. This is like a circular. You can just use this for like a employee displaying employee info or some other info. You can just use this style. It will be looking better. This is for icon. Next is like initials. Mostly if you want you can just use initial, that the letters, the name of the letters will be rendered as initial. Mostly we will not use that initial. Next image, we are going to use image. So image I'm going to use like a URL blob column or URL column. You can just fetch the image which you stored in the blob column directly here, or if you want to mention from external site as a URL, then you can mention that URL. Or if you have just mentioned that URL column which is stored in your table as a column, as a URL, then you can reference that URL. Currently we are going to reference from the external source, so I'm using this URL column and I'm pasting this URL. This is the image URL. You just save this and run the page. Here you can get, I'm getting some image. This is a image URL which I from the external source. So if you are going to display your employee information, then you can just fetch your employee image which you stored as a blob column, and you can just reference here. So it will display the employee photo with their details. So that is the use case of this avatar. Next is like the same thing, like circular, square, everything will be available for this. Next is display batch. So batch is another kind of thing which is like it will display as a batch kind of style. So if once you enable this batch section will be visible. So here we can give the label or value. So label is nothing but it will just display. For example, we are going to use the batch as a department. We are going to display the department information in the batch. Then if you mention the department, next that value should come. Then you can mention that label. For example, I'm going to select a department. So this is a department, and value also I'm going to department. But currently we don't have a separate label for department, so we are selecting both the department column. But if you want to display the department, that is the in characters D, E, P, T, those kind of character department. Next, that value of the department like 10, 20. Then you need to mention in your SQL query the department as a label as a string. Then you can reference that. Currently we don't have that, so we are not using that. Save and run the page. Now you'll see this is the department. So this is as a batch style. So we are getting the department number 10, 20, 30 in the batch style. So this is the use case of this. And if you want the state, it is in like here you can see in the help section, danger, warning, success info. This is the color of the state. So if you want, you can just mention that state. And icon, if you want to mention icon, for example, for a department, if you want, I'm just taking this some value. This is the icon will be rendered next to that. I'm saving this. Here you can see department, I'm getting icon. So in some cases, if you want to display the phone or mobile numbers or email IDs, then you can use that respective icons, that a mobile icon or a mail envelope, that mail icon, then it will be visually, it will be good. So those kind of icons you can just. So if you want to display the label, that is previously we mentioned that display department. If you want to display that label, you can also display that label, otherwise it is disabled. Next is style. So style is, there is two different style. One is substill and outline. By default it is substill. That is substill is like, it is like filled one, that is filled color in the background. So if you want only the outlines, then you can just select the outline, then refresh. You will get only the outline color, only the border will be enabled. So this is a different kind of styling. So the same thing, shape like a rounded, circular, if you want you can just mention those styling as well. So this border will be like a rounded one. So this is different stylings. So this is the use case of badge. If you want to showcase your mobile number, email IDs or departments as a separate one, you can just use this badge style to highlight them. So next is the important one. Up to this, it is common, like a badge and avatar and the title and description. These are the common things. Next is very important. That is a row selection. So this row selection is very, very important because it will be useful in most of the cases. So for a row selection to work, there are different types like focus only, single selection, multi selection. This is common, which we have seen in the content row theme component itself. So this is applicable for this media list as well. So row selection is nothing but if you are displaying the employee number, let's take a leave approval thing. So I'm just showcasing the leave approval list. This employee applied leave, those kind of list I'm saying. I need to approve this. I am the approver, I need to approve that list. I need to select that particular employee record, and I just designed a approve button in the top. So I need to select that record and I need to click on the approve button. Then once I click on the approve button, I need to perform some operation, that is a DML operation, like approving that, updating the approval list as Y, those kind of DML operation I need to perform. For that, I need to capture the ID of that particular record which I clicked or which I selected. So for to perform those operations, we previously we need to do some certain JS to capture the particular record, and we need to retrieve the ID of that primary key. Instead of that, here they given the previous default option for selecting that and retrieving the primary key. So these are the option. This focus only nothing but it will not retrieve anything. It will just make like a visual representation that is highlighted. Single selection is it will be selecting at a time only one record can be selected. Multi selection is we can select multiple records at a time. So to work on this, first we need to create a few page items. Then only this will be applicable. For that, first create a page item. We are going to make it as select list or cell selection something. For time being, we are going to keep this text field because to showcase how it's working in your real-time application, you can just make this as a hidden so that this will not seen to the user. This is for a backend purpose, which will be capturing the primary key of the selected item. So next, go to the media list, go to the row selection property. Here, select single selection. Once you selected here, we will get an option for selecting the item. So if you select this selection, the primary key of the selected item will be assigned to this page item. We will see a demo of that. Here you can see I got this page item. So once I selected, I'm going to scroll somewhat above. So once I selected this president, I'm getting the primary key of that record. If I selected the Blake, the primary key will be changed. So this is the use case. So when I click on this king, the primary key I just captured, I will be made this page item as hidden, and I will be designing approve button or reject button here. On clicking on the approve button, I will be like approving or do whatever actions using this primary key. So this is the use case. Next, multi selection. We can currently we can select only one row at a time. This primary key is changing, so only one row we can select. If you want to select multiple row, then I need to create one more page item. This page item should be of type checkbox, that is check call. This is the check call property, check call. This should be a checkbox type. Once this is done, then go to this media list, go to the properties. This under the single selection, change it to multi selection. Once you multi selection, this current selection you need to give, this will be populated. Then the select all page item, you need to select the check all, that is a checkbox. It should be of checkbox. Once you save and if you run this page, here you can see check all one checkbox which we have created is created. If you click on this, all the rows will be selected. This is the use case of selecting all the rows will be selected, and this value will be populated in the page item with a colon separated value. If you are selecting more than one value, the value will be separated as a colon separated. So based on that, you need to work on it. So if you want to unselect, it all will be unselected and this value will be removed. If you are selecting more than one, then this value will be selected. So this is the use case of this check call. So it will be checking all the values. So if you want to unselect, it will be unselected. So this is the use case of this row selection. Next is another important property. So currently this all the property we have explored, this pagination and all those things are common. How many rows should be shown in the particular page. Now we will be seeing one more property. This is actions. So actions is nothing but if you are seen in the cards or content template, on clicking on the particular row, it should perform some operation. That is, it should redirect to some page. That is like a drill down effect. Those kind of thing. Here also we are having that options to perform those actions. So first you need to create action by right clicking and create action. One action will be created. The position will be by default link. Link is nothing but on clicking on the title, it will be performing this operation. So under the behavior, we will be having other options like redirect to the page in the application. We can redirect to any other page, or if you want to redirect to some other application page in the some other application, then page in different application redirect to URL. These things are common, but this trigger action is introduced in the version 26.1. So only in 26.1 you can see this trigger action. In the remaining versions you can see this like three options. So this trigger action is nothing but we have just made a dedicated video on this trigger action in our playlist. You can just check out our playlist. So trigger action is nothing but it contains all the dynamic actions options available under dynamic action. This all will be contains. So I'm just selecting for showcasing that I'm just selected this trigger action. Under this, you will see triggered action. One action is created. Here we can see all the options available under the dynamic action. You can perform this dynamic action. In the previous versions, you cannot perform these operations. You can only redirect to pages, as it will act only as a link, a hyperlink. It will redirect to other URLs. But in 26.1, they have introduced this option, so we can easily perform our operations using this trigger action. In that, we are going to use execute JavaScript code. So in the execute JavaScript code, we are just going to give some alert like click. So this is the alert we are going to show. On clicking on that each thing, this will be triggered. So now I'm going to save this. So if I click on this precedent, you can see click. So likewise, on clicking on the each row, the some operations or actions can be performed. This is available in the 26.1 version. Next thing is we are going to see here. You can see all the rows is rendered as one by one. That is row wise it is rendered. Suppose if I want to align this as a card like two columns, I need to mention this render this report in a two column. Then we can just define that layout. You just select this media list, go to these attributes. Under this layout, you can see there are different types like a two column, three column, four column. Suppose I am mentioning a three column, then three columns we will be seeing this report. Here you can see one, two, three. Likewise, three columns it will be rendered. If you used two column, then two columns will be rendered. If you used default, then only single column will be rendered. So this is two column. So likewise, you can just design your content based on your requirement. So all this we have just explored. First, we need to mention the e-name, job, and if you want this to display the avatar, then you can just display this avatar and this patch. And this layout is for user purpose, and this size is like if you want default or large, then you can define this. This apply theme color is for styling, and the avatar you can just mention the image icon or initial. Currently we just mentioned the image. Then this shape is circular, that the border will be circular, and the badge we have just defined this department number. And this icon, if you want, you can just mention this icon. And this row selection is single selection for selecting single row, multi selection is for selecting a multiple row, and we are given this checkbox all for selecting all. And the selection page item which will populate all the primary key of the selected item. This page nation everything is already we have just seen in the previous components. And this actions is link, there are different types like redirect to page in this application, different application. This trigger action is introduced in 26.1. We have just created the trigger action, and we just selected this JavaScript, and we are just executed some basic alerting thing. So this is the overall view of this media list. If you want, you can just explore all the properties, and you can just customize this based on your use case in your application. So if you like this video, please subscribe to channel Tanige Solution and put a like to this video. Please share this video to our Apex community. If you want some other topics to be covered, please mention those topic suggestion in the comment section below so that we will make a dedicated video on the particular topic. Keep supporting us. Thank you.